Hmm.
Good afternoon. Is that I'm audible? Vasudha, Anuj? Is that can anyone say? Is that I'm audible? You can unmute and you can say. Is that whether I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. We will wait for other few minutes.
And thank you for the videos, ma'am, because actually we can download those things.
Sorry, pa, I didn't hear you.
Thank you for the videos, like recorded videos, ma'am.
It's totally an kind of. I'm not able properly. I'm not able to hear. You can chat in the chat box. It's literally on sound is echoing, so you can chat in the chat box. Okay, only four students have got. Let me start our session. I don't want to waste my time. The last class we have discussed about the and date and time function and text functions, statistical functions we have discussed. So I'll just repeat that time, date and time function. I'll go by the database function. Within that, other students will be let them log in. Okay. So if that anyone got the doubt with the statistical function and the text function, have sent it an Excel worksheet for the practical and I have given a notes for practical purpose and database I have given and I have sent it the videos for you. I think I hope you are practicing. Okay. So if you have got, you can ask in a class or you can ask in a WhatsApp group, what whichever has sending a link. 74063 9339 is my personal number. You can text whenever you want. Okay. I'll just give the answers for you. Okay. Let me start this data and time function. Let me give an message in a group or let them other to add start to add. Just given a message. Class started. Join the class. We'll see other will join or not. Okay. So I'll consider it on now. Thus I'm repeating the date and time for the recapitulation and we'll start with the containing the next formula. Okay. So we are in date and time function. Just I'm going to show if you want to present the both the date and time in your slide on your cell. You can go by here. You can go this method. You can use a formula. Now open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis. Once you click on enter, so without entering any information within a parenthesis, okay. So if you click on enter, automatically it will get the both and date and time. As it is, you have a today, okay. Today will display the and present date, okay. You just write the formula today, open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis, enter. Okay. For the date, we have to provide a syntax which it has been provided. Okay. Date and time, date and now it need not need any kind of formatting. But for the date and date formatting, we need to provide some and syntax. For example, it's showing it's in 2020 year. Next, it's showing month. Month is an second month. It's a date of 21st Feb. So click me enter. So automatically it will change it to the format of your setting what you have given. That is it. Your setting what you have assigned in your system. It will be aligned with the same method. It is a month, date, and year format. So if you want to insert the time, you just can be insert the format that is an equals to time. Okay, once you have click on and need to give a value in a parenthesis. There is an hours. It's an 22 hours, and 22 hours means it's an 12 o'clock. Imagine it's an 20 minutes. It's an 30 seconds. So what I got a result? It's an 12:20 p.m. Okay, sorry, it's an 22, right? So it's at 10:20 p.m. Okay. So this is your and time. If you want to find an total working days, okay. If you want to find an working days, you can present this method. Let me give over here. I just give a date as an first month and date as an first and month end with month is an first, day end with the 31st. If I want to find and total working days, this network days will help you to find the total working days. So I'm using an formula equals to network days. It's asking starting date, so that is the first of 2021. So ending date, that is the 31st of Jan. Close the parenthesis, click on enter. Total your working days is at 21, except general holiday and government holiday. It will be provided. Okay. Next we have a date def. Date def will get an equals to, we will get a number of days which we have provided in the beginning date and the ending date. Let me give date d if, open the parenthesis, we need to select the starting date comma ending date comma what you want, either month you want or either the date you want. You have to provide in the within the parent within the double quotes. Okay, let me provide within the quotes. I'll just provide D. D is nothing but date. I want to know how many days are this days are there in from 1st Jan to 31st Jan. So click on enter. Total days we have 31. It is in 31st except first day it will be counted. Okay. Same as it is if you want to find and month. If I click on M, it's a month. So it will give us 0. Why? Because I mean only month series of month. If I started to give over here, it's an 3. It will show and total 2 months are there in this series. Okay. So as it is, you can find the year. Here in a place of M, you can change now as an D, it's an date. If you presented M, it's an month. If you presented as an Y, it's an year. Okay. So next, let me go by the database function. In database function, we have an um, D sum, D average, D product, D sum. Okay. So by this database, so once again. Yes. Here, database function, we have like a dsum, d product, d count, d average. What is this database? What you're going to be totalized on the on the criteria you're going to be total. For example, see, and database or dsum adds the number of the field of the record of in a database and match the condition you specify. Okay, what it will do? It will calculate means if you have sum, what it will do? It will total the above the series. Or if you have given a sum of the set of range, it will total what you have raised your condition or what you have raised with the range. But in this D sum, it will total your value on the basis of your condition. For example, here I have a number of product, number of prices we have. I need to find only the particular brand. For example, I want to find only the books how much have sold it, or I want to find only the pens how much have sold it. Even though in a books and pens I want to find and I have a condition in a value also, it should be and greater than 20 only it should be calculated. Okay, so how it will be calculated, just see, I'm using a formula d sum. Okay, we know the sum, the basic sum, there is a formula, the mathematical sum. It will do only the total of what you have raised your ranges. Or here the D sum, it will do the total only, but on your criteria. Okay. See here, I'm using a formula D sum. It's asking a database. Database is from item to till price. Give a comma. It's asking a field. Field is nothing but what? Your price. So database here from item to till your product. Okay, so till your total price. Okay, field is and what you are going to be total, I'm going to be total and price column. There is no need of selecting from the price till amount. Okay, so click on comma, you need to select the criteria. For my criteria here have arranger is an items, is an sold by pens. Pens whichever I have sold more than 20,000. Okay, more than, sorry, 20. Okay, more than 20 I want to be fine. Okay, so if I click on a parenthesis in 12,140, how? Just check here, equals to pen is a 94 plus then pen greater than is a 45, yes, plus next we can't calculate pen which have a sold 50. Here I have given a an condition, if I have sold more than 20 rupees or 20 prices. Okay, if I have sold only the 20 more than 20 prices, I should be calculated or it should not. So if I check the condition, there is an pens I have sold 95 and pens I have sold the 45. Total what I got 140. Is that correct? Here I have said selected and only on few columns range. So you can apply on more than 10 to 12 column of data or rows of data. You can be assume it. Okay. Is that clear? Just I'll show you one more time. Database, that is an dsum. I'm going to be preview now. That is an dsum is going to be total your value on your condition. That condition I have aligned previously. There is an item on the prices. Pens, whichever I have sold more than 20 price, I have to be calculated. Let me take all books. I want to be fine. Books. whichever I have sold, or I need to assign the criteria. That heading should be there. Without heading, it won't be provided. So I'll write it items, and also the heading what you have provided it should be a proper. If it's as spelling mistake, it won't be provide a proper data. Okay, let me give a condition. I want to find the books that whichever I have sold more than equals to, sorry, more than 22, I want to be total. Okay, let me rise over here. The formula equals to d sum, open the parenthesis, it's asking database. Database is from the item to till price, comma, it's asking field. Field is your price, comma, criteria, whichever I have assigned the down to it, that is an item, and the price, whichever I have sold more than books, sorry, books more than 22 price, I want to be fine. So it's in 24. Why I didn't get this 20? It's not an greater than 22, so I didn't get that calculation. If I presented 20 also, it won't be calculated. Why? Because 20 is not equals to 20. Okay, 20 is equals to 20, not greater than 20. Okay, so if I click on enter, it is also provided as 25 only. In case of if I given 20 is greater than equals to 20, okay, it should be calculated. Now you can see the total 20 plus 24, it's in 45. Is that clear? Does that anyone have a doubt with this? Does that anyone have a doubt with this database function? Is that anyone have a doubt with this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me continue with the next result database function. Under that, we have completed and dsum. We are going to move with the next concept, that is an the average. So what is an average? It will find, and what you have raised with the condition will provide the average value. See, I'm going to use here equals to the average. Okay, database here from the, I'll just select the brands. Okay, here I have raised with the condition is an brand and quantity. So it is a database, that is an your brand till quantity, comma. Your field is, what is your field? It is an quantity, I need to be fine, comma. Here there I have presented the price. Here I am going to be assigned with the quantity. I'm going to be add brand. Brand is what? It's an Samsung. Whichever I have sold more than 10, it should be identify the average. If I click on enter, it's a 44.5 is an average of your value. Is that clear? Okay, this is the average. Next, we'll go by the product. What the product will do, it will multiply the value. Here, have given fruits. It is an what mango, whichever I have sold more than 5, it should be multiplied. Okay, let me rise over here equals to the product. Okay, the product database. You're from the your value, that is an fruit till quantity, comma, your field is your quantity, comma, your criteria, that is an fruit and quantity, more than mango, that is an sold, sorry, mango whichever I have sold more than 5, that I want to be total it. Okay, it means I want to multiply it as a 130. How? Mango 5, it cannot be calculated. 3, it will be it can be multiplied. One more mango I have, that is an 13. 3 plus 13, 3 multiplied by 13 multiply into 10. What I'll get, you just calculate. So what I'll get a result, that is an 130 I'll get. Okay, that is an year. So 3 cannot be multiplied. So 3 is an less than 5. So if I multiply 13 into 10, it's the 130. Is that correct? Answer is, that is an D product. It will multiply your product on your database. Okay. Next, we have a D count. What count will do? Count the number of numeric cells. Okay. Let me write the condition equals to D count, open the parenthesis, that is a database. I'll select the item till price, comma, Field is your price. You need to select only the heading, not full of your price column. Okay, click on comma, select the criteria. It is an item till price, that's in your condition. Close the parenthesis, click on enter. More than 50, that is depends how much I have sold. It is only one. Why? Because here 45 have sold, but is in less than 450, I cannot be analyzed. 15 is in less than 15, so we cannot be analyzed. So 95 is only one product I have sold more than 50, so that have got a over here. Is that clear? This is a database function. So dsum, it will total your value on by your condition. The average, it will find the average of your value that is on your condition. The product, it multiply your value on your condition. And the count, it counts the number of cells which have risen into your conditions. Okay, is a database. We have completed a database function. Next, we are going with an information function. Okay. Next, for what we are going? We are going for information function. In the information function, I'm going to be riser. A next concept that is an um, we have, if I has my value isn't text, it will true, it will present whether the condition isn't true, it will present the true, or if the value isn't false, it will be present the false. See here, I'm going to show first. Under the information, I'm going to be assigned the is information. So in the is information, I'm going to be assigned is that is number. Okay, so is this one is a number. Check whether one is a number. Is that true or false? Is it one is a number, right? See, if I has the value is number, is a formula is called as an is number. Open the parenthesis, it will ask a value that is an one. Close the parenthesis, enter. So if it's one is a number, it will provide a true. If it one is a not a number, it will provide a false. So here have a text. Let me write a text is number. Let me write within the parenthesis. I'll write the text, that is, and I'll write my name. Then Divya is right. So if I that you know that if you are going to give any value with the alpha, you have to present by the double quotes. So I'm going to be close the double quotes. I'm going to be enter. So Divya is not in text. So it's an sorry, Divya is not a number. Okay, so it's an so showing it's an false. If I has this fractions value is a number, if it show and true or false. So let me see it is number. Sorry, is number. Open the parenthesis. Select the value that is a fraction. Close the parenthesis. Enter. It's false. It's an why? Because we have given an divider symbol over there, so it cannot be presented. Now see if I has here I have given number plus alpha I have given. So if I has is number, what it will show? It will show. So it's a number value have assigned is number. Okay, if I has is number, I'll select the value that's an D4. If I has, it will show and false. Why? Because it contain a alpha, so it cannot be assigned as a it's a number. Okay. Next we have an is even and is odd. We know even numbers are calculated from the 0 to till where? Till 100. So there is an skipping of numbers. There is an 0, 2, 4, 6. Those are the even number. If you find an odd will be called as an 1, 3, 6, sorry, 1, 3, 5, 7. Those are the odd numbers. So if I ask over here is 0. So is even, I'll ask is even, sorry, is even. What is an even? Value is in 0. Okay. Is that my value is in 0? Sorry. Even. My value 0 isn't even or not. It's true. If I presented a 1, is that even? What it will show? It will false. Okay. If the whether the what you have raised with the condition, if the whether is the data is incorrect, it will present the true. If whether value is wrong, it will present it a false. Okay. Same as it is, it will be applicable for odd. If I has is odd, okay, if I selected a 1, I close the parenthesis, enter, what it will show? It will show It's in true. Okay. Next, let me go with is text. Okay. Is text. If I ask that NICT 24 is in text, it will present the true. Okay. You see, is text. Okay, if I ask a value that is an NICT 24 is a text, it will true, it will present the true. If I ask a number, it will present the false. If text having a both numeric and the alpha, if I ask whether the values in text, it will present the true. Why? Because it have presented value from the beginning is in text format. See, this is a true. Okay. So let me go by the next formula is a logical formula. Till that you have any doubt, database and the information function. I hope you don't have a doubt. So let me go by the logical function. Is this is a very important function that we go by seeing of it. Okay. And logical function. We know logic. Okay. So some logical text if I ask whether the what you have raised with the condition, if value is incorrect, it will present the true. Or if value is in false, it will present the false. In a true or false place, you can write whatever the value you want. Just see over here, I'll just give an example. I'll just explain the first meaning of it and I'll give an example. Here, see, if in a logical function we have a multiple function that is an if or and not. Under that first I'm going to be explain about the if whether your condition what you are given a condition might if it's true it will present the true, if it's wrong it will present the false. Okay, you can be rise whatever the other value you want in a true or false place, and always remember if will check on only one condition, not on more than one condition. If you have a more than one condition, you can go by the or and. Okay. So this is your logical function. So first we'll go by the logical function. Under the if we'll go by the next. See for example, I'll just raise an example. 50, I want to rise 50 is in value. If it's greater than lesser than 20, it should provide as a good or bad. This is my condition. Let me rise over your condition equals to if. What if we do? Check whether the condition isn't true. It will present the true value. It will false. False. If it and value isn't false, it will present the false value. Same as it is what we have did before that information function. Whether what you have raised with the data, if its and value isn't correct, it will present the true. But here, instead of true place, you're going to be changed and true. Instead of a true place, you're going to be changed your own condition. Okay. Let me rise over here. If open the parenthesis, someone has been activated the audio. Sarah John, can you please mute your video? Sarah, yes. Okay, let me rise equals to if open the parenthesis. It's asking logical text. For example, I'm showing you 50 is my logical text. Rise the condition. Condition I'm going to be assigned within the parenthesis only. You can see the my formula is a if open the bracket logical text. Logical text is a my 50. Okay, I want to analyze 50 is a lesser than 20. Okay, it should be a true or it should be a false. Okay, I need to be assigned my condition. So my condition where I have to present within a logical text only you need to raise your condition. So I'll rise if my value is n greater than 40. Okay. In comma, I'm just using a double quote that whatever the true place what you want, you can assign over here. Value if true. If value isn't true, it should be assigned good. If value isn't false, you can rise comma. You can rise that isn't bad. That condition has to be quoted with a double quote. Okay, I think we have clear. Next, so I'll close the parenthesis. I'll just close the parenthesis, click on enter. Okay, so what I'll go, it's ungood. Why? Because I have raised the condition whether my data isn't greater than, okay, sorry, one second, whether my condition is greater than 40, it should be presented as a good. Is that clear? It's a greater 50 is greater than 40. So it has been presented as a good. So for that, I have assigned one more condition over here. Imagine it's an employee name. Here I have assigned some amount. If the employee is getting more than 15, more than and 12,000, they should get an bonus. Okay, bonus they have to get. Bonus I'll give us some 3,000. Okay, so if they want to get a bonus or not, receive or not receive, you can write the condition. Okay, so just me write the and give a condition. I'm going to use equals to if open the parenthesis. Okay, logical text is my 15,000 is greater than 12,000. If anyone got more than 12,000, okay, they should get an interest or bonus or whatever the other data you want to, you can give. Or I want to give a commission. Let me write, I want to give a commission. Okay, I close the parenthesis. Just click on a comma. If the value isn't false, here only it's showing. If your value isn't true, you can go by the commission. That is in true place. False place is in no commission.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, close the parenthesis, click on enter. So now my value is in more than 15,000. I got it's in commission, right? So if I you can use it this catch holder, you can drag and drop or you can double tap on it. Automatically it will be assigned. See, my 12,000 is not in greater than 12,000. Okay, so it has been assigned no commission. My 16,000 is greater than 12,000. I got in give a commission. Like this, you can rise your own condition. If your value isn't true, you can rise your true value. If value isn't false, you can raise your false value. Okay, there's your if. There is a logical function. First, we have completed the if. Is that clear? Is that anyone have a doubt with this? I'll just show one more time. I'm just going to be error the previous data. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to be use if open the bracket, open the parenthesis, your logical tag that's in 15,000 is in greater than you can give 10,000 also. 10,000, it's an assigned is an 1,000, 10,000. But then my condition is incorrect. I'll present a, what shall I say? Correct, I'll raise a, well, there is incorrect. If its value is then false, I'll rise by the no correct, not correct. Okay. You can rise your own condition. I'll just show you with the other formula, that is a nested formula also we have. As in one formula with which has been quoted with other extra formulas. You have those other things. We'll see that later towards. Okay. First we'll understand what is an if or and. Okay. I think we have got by it what is an if. If is understood on the particular one condition. Whether if it's a condition is then correct, it will present the true value. True value have assigned at the correct. If it's false value, false. If it's on values and false, it should be provided as a not correct. Okay. Let me assign over here. You can drag and drop your click on. You can click on a edge of your catch holder. Is it clear? Is that anyone have a doubt with this?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you are understanding. If you are not getting, please practice today only. Without practicing, you won't get anything. So if you have already completed your course with other institution, you may forgotten some of the few concept or they may not did this concept. So you can use this other kind of formulas. So next we have a very interesting concept and there is a nested formulas we have. We'll see that. Okay. First we'll finish off the other formulas. So we have got that what is an if? If will find by the only one condition. Okay. Next we have an or and. So you may got little bit confusion with the or and. Okay. Or it will check the one for one condition whether your condition is true. It will provide it as an it will assign by the two conditions. Sorry, or and it will be assigned by the two condition. In or and both the condition are correct. Okay. Both the values are correct. It will present the true. And in or and, if the weather isn't, both the condition isn't false, it will present the false. But in or, I'll present the true value. Under that, if I have any one value isn't false, it will present the true only. In and, if If in any one condition is in false, one condition is true, it will present the false. You may got doubt. I'll just explain again one more time. Or check whether the condition, your argument isn't true, return it's a true or false. If the false value, if it's present, it will present the false. Okay. And this and we check whether all the arguments are true. It present the true. If all the arguments are true, it will present the true. Okay. Or if one value is in false, it will be present as an false. Here, if it's one value is and false, it will present the true. Okay. Just I'll show you by with one example. Here, for example, just write a one of the thing equals to first C. I'll just write an equal of both the value 2 minus 2 equals to 0. The value is incorrect. I'll write the one more value. There is an 3 minus 5 equals to 1. Sorry, I'll rise and 3 minus 1 equals to 5. This condition is in false. See, I'll use if. Open the sorry. First I'll show you or. Open the parenthesis. Your logical text. Logical text is in 2.2 minus 2 equals to 0. The one value is incorrect. The next value, that is in 3 minus 1 is in true. Oh, sorry, 5 equals to 5. It's in false value. Just close the parenthesis. If I click on enter, it will present the value. So I'll just write that coding over inside only. See, 2 minus 2 equals to 0. There is a one condition. Next condition is a 3 minus 1 equals to 5. Click on enter. It's in true. Why? Because or it will check what both the condition in that if it's one condition is on false, it will present the false. Sorry, it will present the true. Okay. See the and it's a vice versa of our or. I'll use of logical text that is in 2 minus 2 equals to 0. One more condition 3 minus 1 equals to 5. I'll just close the parenthesis. Now it will present the false. Just repeat one more time. Equals to if open the parenthesis. Sorry. If or equals to or open the parenthesis. My logical text. I'll just give one more example. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. Just give one more false value, that is then 4 minus 2 equals to 1. This is a false value. What it will present? It will present the true. Even in a both the condition, if it has a false, if both the condition it has a false, it will present the false. See, for example, rise 1 5 plus 5 is equal to 1. It will present the false. If both the values are incorrect, it will present the true. Just give a value true. But if one value is in false, it will present it's in true. But not an and not an like that, it will present. If the one condition is also in false, it will present the false. For example, and open the parenthesis is 5 plus 5 equals to 10, comma. So 6 minus 2 equals to 2. It's in one value is in false. If I click on enter, it will present the false. So this is your or and. Okay. Is that clear? I think you have clear what is difference between or and and. And one more you have, that is a not. Not is in vice versa. What you have raised with the value, that is a if I has equals to not, open the parenthesis. If I has 50 is equals to 50, it will show it's an false. Means whether the condition is even though correct, it will present the false. If it's false value, if I present, it will present it as true. Okay, see here, if 50 is equals to 50, we know that it's in true, but it will present the false. In case of if a has over here, so 50 is greater than 20. We know it's wrong, but it's in present as in, sorry, I just given 50 isn't greater than, sorry, 50 isn't lesser than 20. Okay, if I present, it will present the true. Okay, this is your and logical function. Now I'll show you some of the nested function, some of a nested function right now. Okay. Here I've assigned some of the student marks list. Can you see over here? Yes. For this, I want to find an student whoever has been failed. I want to be present. It's and fail means whoever student got lesser than and 35. It should be present as an fail. Whoever student in any one subject, if they have got an more than 35, they have to get an pass. Okay, this is my condition. Let me write using of if, but I'm going to be use an if with an other function that is an and. We know if we'll find it with only the logical function, one logical function, either the 89, either the 65 here, but we have an more than two logical functions. So in which I can assign, I can use assign by the and, but and it will present, it will show only the true or false. But I want my own condition. If anyone student got lesser than 35, let me write this, then 35, they should present as an pass. They should get an, if they have got lesser than 35, they should get like an fail. If they got more than 35, they should get an pass. This is my condition. So what you have to use, you need to use both the function, that is an and also you have to use, and if also you has to be used. So for that, you can see over here, I'm going to be using a nested formula. So there is an equals to if, open the parenthesis, logical text, which is in my logical text. So I could not my logical text. I have a n number of logical text, means I have a more than and two logical text, so I can't be provided. I'll use a one more formula, that is an and. So now you can see that it's asking logical text 1, logical text 2. If I insert a logical text 2, it will ask a logical text 3. Let me check. I'm using if logical function. So I have opened the parenthesis. I'm going to be assigned one more formula, that is an and. Open the parenthesis, select my value. So this in Kannada is greater than 35, comma, one more condition, that is an English, is that whether my values are more than 35, one more condition I'm going to be right, that is a logical text, is a 90, uh, is that more than 35, comma, next my value, the 35 is a social subject, which have more than 35, max subject which have total 35, close logical function is completed, close the parenthesis, comma, utilize the if logical function value. Okay, listen whether this all the student got and more than 35, that if it's true value it should be a pass. If its value is an and false, if its value is in false, have to rise it's an fail. This is my logical condition with the nested formula. Click on enter, it's an file. Why? Because the student who got a and social in a Kiran got an in a social 35, it's a less than 35. If I given a 30 also, it will provide a same thing. In case if I given it's an 50, it will going to be show like it's an pass. You can see, and you can apply for only the one student. You can use the button that is a drag and drop, or you can click on catch holder. Okay, is that clear? Next, or you can find like this, or on the basis of grade also it can be find it. Just give me a minute, I'll arrange the data. Here I have given the formula how you can be used. Okay, I'll just write the one more method, that is an total. I will assign over here. I'll assign here percentage, I'll assign and grade. I want to find the grade of a student with some condition. Let me write using of if. I'll just show you. I'm going to be rise and total marks of the student. You can use by the one click of button, that is, and you can use and alt equals. You can total it by the franc of second. You can use alt equals to total it. Alt equals to just a second. Alt equals to click on enter. Select the total button. Double tap on it. Okay. double tap on the right corner of that is in catch holder. It will be filled by the other. If I want to find the percentage, you can use a formula equals to your total value divided by how many number of subject we have total and 5 subject. Let me write this divided by 500. Okay. So click on enter, get a value that is 0.75. Convert it to the percentage method. Automatically you can find your percentage. Double tap on it. Automatically fulfill your other value. So now I want to find an value. Now I want to find an value student who will get and lesser than this one. I want to find only one by one condition. That is an 77 percentage. Student who will get 35 percentage. I need to be raise on conditions here equals to if open the parenthesis logical text physiological text that's in 77 is greater than let me write that is on first condition 80%. Here my value my value it's in percentage format, so I'm going to be rise with my logical function with my I'm going to be assign my condition with a percentage format only. Okay, comma, comma, again I'm going to be rise. So if we know only it will assign by the only one logical function, so I'm going to be rise one more. Okay, if and my okay here if my logical text isn't greater than 80, it should be presented. It's an let me write it's a distinction. My result should be an distinction. Okay, or if is my any student who got on my logical value 77% who got and greater than 50 percentage, they should get like an and pass. Or let me write with it's an first class. Raise one more condition. If open the parenthesis whether my 77 is then greater than greater than some 35, I should get 35 percentage comma you should get it's a pass. Again I'll raise a one more condition. If open the parenthesis my logical text 77 is lesser than 35, the last condition. Okay, it should get an fail. This is my condition. I mean, and how many times you have opened your parenthesis that you need to be closed. See, first I have used it and black, so it should be ended with the black only. You can see that I'm going to be close the parenthesis with the second one that is an I49 that is in 35%. Okay, you can close your parenthesis. First it will start by the blank or you can count it. You can count the number of open parentheses and you can close by that much of time. Click on enter. See, it's in first class. Is that correct? Okay. Now let me double tap on it. Okay. Let me double tap on it. Automatically it will fill your data. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just if I want to show one more time. Is that want to repeat one more time? Or you can take this screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
What I have assigned.
Repeat one more time, ma'am.
Is that I want to repeat?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 I'll just show you one more time how I have used my condition equals to if open the parenthesis the logical text that is in 77 percentage is greater than your 80 percentage. Okay, if it's greater than 80 percentage it has to be filled with an distinction or first class. Okay, again I'll just use the if open the parenthesis. I'll use the form that is in 77%. Is it greater than equals to or you can write only the greater than and 50 percentage it should be assigned with an double quote second class. This comma. Again, I'll use a one more condition is that if open the parenthesis your logical text that is in 77 is that greater than uh, what that is a 35 percentage. Okay, so let me write this with a double quote. If value isn't true, it has to be presented with the pass. Just pass or pass. Okay, again I'll use a one more condition. If open the parenthesis there is a 77 percentage is in lesser than last condition, right? So I need to give a least number that is an equals to lesser than 35 percentage. It has to be assigned with the and double quotes fail. Close the parenthesis. How many times you have opened your parenthesis, it will be closed that much of time. Okay, select your value and click on and catch holder and you can drag till to the end. See, for example, it's showing it's in 47 is a pass. So 85 more than 80 it should be a pass. Here I'll give a percentage that is in 20 percentage I'll give it's an fail. Okay. If you once you have changed your value automatically condition what you got your grade that will be changed. Okay. Is that clear? Okay, I'm requesting all you to take 5 minutes of break. I'll just follow the other method of and logical functions over here that we have nested as an if or if other value we have, we'll just check this conditions. Okay, just I'm kindly requesting you to take a 5 minutes of break. I'll just come back. Okay, we'll continue. Just clear first this formatting. Okay, before going to be here, is that any all are attending, right? Okay. See here, it's on some candidates are there. Okay, I am going to be using nested formula with other examples. Here I have taken a sample example of some of the candidate. That candidate whoever have a more than age that is an 30, it should not get the, I don't want to give them job. It should be accepted or rejected. Or if any student or any candidates who got an Bcom or BBA, they should get an accepted or rejected, I should give. Or if they have experience of any more than 1 year, so they can be accepted. This is my condition. Okay, see, if I have raised over here, if any employee has passed more than 30 years, whoever completed a BCom, okay, whoever have 1 year of experience, they can accept it. Or see, the employee, anyone have an age of 35, who are completed with a BCA, and whoever have experience of 4 year, they can be accepted. If they have any, if they have not completed a BA, if they have anyone have been completed in, uh, they didn't completed BCA, or if they have completed a BA, they have rejected. They can be rejected. Or if they have experience of and 0 year, they can be rejected. This is my condition. And how it has been changing the color, have risen with an condition formatting. Okay, first I'll clear this area and I'll just show you one by one. I just go by the clear all. Okay, so if I want to give a color, I'll just select my data. I go by the condition formatting. I just rise and highlight the cells by the text that contain. Okay, I'll just write by the condition formatting. I'll go by the more rules. Under the more rules, I'll just add a new rules. Under that, if my value is in, okay, from the only the contains, okay, format only cell that contain, it is in specified text that contain of, if value is in, if it's accept, okay, it should be accept. If I want to accept the value, it should be presented by the red fill color. Okay, let me select fill, sorry, green fill. If it's I want to accept, it should be filled by the green color. I click on okay. Okay, I'll just go by the add by the one more value, that is, and click on a new value. One condition I have given, one more condition I have to give for the rejected, right? So I'll go by the same thing. We have already did this condition formatting. Okay, that is in a third session, you can be remember. I'll just go by the one more condition for the rejection. I'll go by the format cell, the text, specified text of rejected. Okay, it's rejected. It should be formatted with the color that is in right. Click on OK. Click on OK. So that we have riser with a two condition. If it's rejected, it should be presented with the black. If value is unaccepted, it should be presented by the green. Click on OK. Okay, still it's not reflecting. Why? Because we didn't given any formulas. Okay, let me clear this to other series. Let me raise a condition. So here only have given what you have to use the condition. You can follow it. Okay, equals to if, open the parenthesis. I'm going to show by the one nested formula, if, and open the parenthesis, a logical text. This is my logical text. There is an C4. Okay, C4 is that greater than 30 or 25. The candidates who were has more than 30, 25. And one more condition I'll give is that candidate place I'm selecting candidate whoever have a and lesser than 40. Okay, if they have lesser than 40, they have to be rejected. Whoever have more than 25, they can be accepted. Okay, so that I'm going to be close the parenthesis, comma, just rise my condition. My condition is an value is an accept. Okay, accept, double inverted comma, reject. I'm going to be rise a second, that is a false value, reject. Okay, close the double inverted comma, close the parenthesis, enter. Why? Because I have given a condition that value is in greater than 25. Yes, it's an age for Arish is in 32, it's greater than 25. So it's if it's true, it will be presented as an accept. Okay. So same thing, you can drag this value and drop it till to end. Okay. So I'm getting a reject. Why? Because I have reserved by only one condition. If I started to add, if the age of Karthik is an 15 or 22, okay, he will be rejected. If the age of Sunil is an and 60, he will be rejected. If Anand age is an as an 22, he will be accepted. Okay. Or if Prabhu is an age of some 26, he will be accepted. Okay. This is only one condition, only for the age I have given. Now I'm going to be start one more condition, that is for the degree. Okay. The three condition, that is for age, degree and experience. For the three condition I'm going to be present over here. See if and whether the first that is for the age I have assigned it. Next I have to assign for the degree. So for degree I'm going to be use if comma if open the parenthesis or open the parenthesis, I'm going to be rise if or if any degree, that is a degree of what, any candidate have an experience of BCA, okay, not greater than, if that any value is an equals to BCA, they can be accepted. Or if any value that is an in the cell in a D4, if I enter the value, that is then if I given equals to and Bcom, they can be accepted or they can be rejected. Okay. So same condition, this accepted, rejected, I'll pass this condition at the end. Okay. Let me close the parenthesis. How many times you have opened, you have to be closed. Means you can be remember, always first parenthesis will be highlighted by the black. So end parenthesis should be closed with the black only. Okay. Let me click on enter. What I got some name, so something it has been wrong. Let me identify if and my value is an if or should be accepted or rejected. Just second, something wrong value have entered. BCA and BCom. If my value is equals to and open the parenthesis, is that correct? Comma correct. Just a second. So I'm giving error message. I'll just rectify again. Uh, Sorry, okay, this BCom has to be, BCom and BBA has to be quoted by the double quote. One second. I didn't given this value with a double quote, so I'm not getting. Let me give this condition in a double quotes. Now I'll get an proper value. See, it's an accepted. Why? Because my value, there is an Harish has an age of more than and 35, so 25, so it's an accepted. Second is an Harish is got a degree of BCA, it's an accepted. So let me give one last condition. I'm going to be rise here only. Again, I'll give a if for the experience. I'm going to be rise and condition if, and I'm going to be say open the parenthesis, we're going to be rise if the experience block, that is an E4, it has a value that is an is greater than 1. Okay, if it's greater than 1, it should be accepted. Or is my experience block, if any candidates got lesser than 5, it should be okay, lesser than 5, it should be rejected. Okay, this is my condition. Let me click on enter. Okay, it's an accepted. Okay, is the experience of 1 to 5. Is it clear? This is my condition. Let me see here. I'll just select this value and I drag and drop. It will be affected for all the other conditions. So see here, we're going to be rise. If my Karthik is an BCom graduated, he have an experience of 2 years. He will be accepted. Okay, okay, let me rise over here. Yes, lesser than 5. It's an accepted. Or let me rise over here. It's an 3 year going to be accepted. Oh yeah, it's an I have given a wrong value. It's an 25 experience or 26 experience. He can be accepted. Okay, is that clear? You can practice at the one. You may got that very clear picture to you. Okay, without practicing, you won't get that. What is that if or. Okay. So I think we have completed and logical functions have sent it this worksheet for your new WhatsApp group, workbook in your WhatsApp group. You can practice it. Okay. So I'll just repeat. We have completed mathematical function and we have completed statistical function. We have completed text, date and time, database, information, logical. One more we have lookup that we'll see in a next session. Okay, not now. So we'll start today the charts. Okay, what we have to start? We have to start and charts. Okay, before I'm going to be start a chart, take a 2 minutes of time. I'll just start a chart. It's a new concept. Take a 2 minutes of time. I'll just start a Okay, we'll continue. So next we have a chart. Okay, in insert tab you can see a number of other applications, other commands we have. Okay, under that we'll see this pivot table in the next class, and tables, illustrations, and other things we have. We'll see this by the next class. Under the illustration we have a pictures, shapes, smart arts. We have see this, but we'll start this chart. The main concept in Excel we use much and charts. Why we need a chart? Chart is an form of when you're going to be present any data. It should be an graphical presentation. You can use this chart format. Okay. For example, and you're going to be present any data, going to be forecasting, or you're going to be present your company data by forecasting. So you should present by the graphical thing. So you can go by this method. Okay. So this and chart. Chart is nothing but and data which you are going to be present. Okay. Just a second. Okay, see, a chart is a graphical presentation of data. Chart allows user to see what the result, the data, better understanding. Okay, in a predicting a pictorial. Okay, in a pictorial form, if you want to present any data in a graphical things, you can use by this chart. Okay, next we have an chart. What are the uses of chart? Here see, a chart is a tool you can use a Excel to communicate the data graphically. Chart also audience to see the managing and behind the number, and then we can showing comparison and trend search easily. Comparison and for easy making of trends. For this you can be used. Okay, in this lesson you are going to be learn how chart and how you can modify the chart and in a interactively. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so here we have a different kind of charts. We'll use regularly and some of charts like an bar, pie, radar. We'll use an stock, or you'll use an pie chart. But we don't know what we can use with other charts. Okay, like an XY stock, surface, radar. How we can use the histogram. Those we can't be know. So that we'll see that how you can use an different kind of charts. Okay, first we have a bar, pie. These are different types: pie graph, pie charts, line, and cluster charts. We have X5 charts. We have surface, ladder, histogram, waterfall, combo. Like this, we have a different kind of charts. Before I'm going to be start and chart, we must know that in when you're going to be insert any chart, we must know what is an x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so we know that always y-axis will be an your value, or you're going to be priced as in your product or your brand name. Always x-axis should be having a value, means your right towards from your sorry from your left, it is an top to bottom is called as an x-axis. At your bottom to bottom, left to right is called as an y-axis. Okay, sorry, I'll just revise it. I'll just repeat it. Top to bottom from your left side is called as an y-axis. Down towards, that is an from your left bottom to right bottom is called as an x-axis. Okay. See here, graph as in two axes. That line that run across the bottom up towards the side, that line along with the bottom called as it's an x-axis. Above the top it's an y, bottom is called as an horizontal, is called as an x-axis. The line upon the side is called as an vertical, that is an y-axis. Okay, is that clear? Always y-axis will be start by the zero value. Okay, it will start by the zero till what you have raised with your data. It may be 1,000, it may be a crores, it may be a millions. Okay, so before I'm going to be start, I just wanted to explain the chart elements. Okay, this is your chart element. Here I have just say you that x-axis always start from your left upwards to downwards. There isn't always start by the 0 to till what you have written with your data. And always your column, that is on bottom level, start by your and your what you have written with the conditions and your product or your year, it will be rising with your x-axis. And what you can see the tick line. Okay, that is your we are going to be presented your data by a graphical thing. Okay, then data table area or graphical area is then plot area will call. This is chart title and also will get an x-axis and y-axis title also, but here I didn't mention that. And we have a legend also, and this line what you can see in backside of this figure, it's called as a grid line. In different grid lines also, vertical, horizontal grid lines also we have, we'll see that later towards. I think you have clear the chart element. Okay, first we'll start with the cluster column chart. What is this cluster column chart? Column chart, we know that the data visualized where each category is represented by the rectangle formula. But here we have a cluster column chart. We have a multiple kinds of charts. If I went with the column chart under the cluster, structure, 3D, other form 100% structured column chart, we have a different kinds. We'll see first that one. First we'll analyze what is a cluster column chart. Here cluster column chart display more than one data series in a cluster vertical column. Each data series shares the some axis label as vertical bar or graphical by the category. That is a cluster column always direct a comparison of multiple series, but they become a visualize complex quickly. So we'll see that how we can insert that cluster column chart. First of all, we'll see that how we can insert the a normal chart. Okay, if I selected the data, if you selecting the data, if you click on alt F1, you'll get a chart label, automatically get a sample form of chart. You can be changed. How I have got, select the data, click on alt F1, you make a note to insert the chart whichever you have selected the data. Okay, then chart for selected chart, shortcut key is an alt plus, it's an F1 function key. Okay, you make a note of it, alt plus F1. If you want to insert an chart and particular chart sheet, if you want to be inserted, and one sheet you'll get, if you want only the chart sheet, you can use F1. You can see here we don't have any kind of chart sheet one. So if I click on F11 function key, I'll get an one more chart. Then you'll get a blank chart. So I need to be insert the data. That how we can insert that, I'll show you later towards. Okay. So you can see here I'm going to be right and two method. You can insert, you can select the chart, you can select the data, and if you click on alt F1, you'll get a chart. Or you can go by the one more method. If you want a chart different sheet, so you can see here you won't get number of rows and columns. Here you will get only a chart area. Okay, so there is an F1. If you want insert only the chart sheet, that is an F1. As an F11 is a shortcut key to insert a sheet. You make a note of this. Make a note of this. I hope you people have taken. I'll just go by the next. Okay, or one more method you can do, you can select the data, you can go by the insert tab. If you click on a recommend, here only we have column chart, ladder chart, line chart. Or if you want to click on a recommended chart with the example, in a recommended chart only it will explain some of the and other type of chart. That is an Pareto chart, it's an x and y axis chart, it's an bar chart, it's an structured area chart, then bar with a cluster, then structured column chart, this is cluster column chart. These are the different charts we have. So if you want, you can get over here. Even though if you don't want this, you can go by the R chart. In this, we have an n number of charts. You can be used this. Okay, and that let me go by the column chart. Okay, if you selected the column chart, under that we have a different type. Then cluster column, stucked column, then stucked 100%, 3D cluster column chart, 3D cluster column chart, 3D 100% stucked, only 3D column chart. Okay, so it look like this. You can click on it, you can preview before you're going to be align it. Okay, you are going to be assign it previously. You can be select the and how it will be look like. For example, select 3D with and stucked column chart. Okay, cluster column chart I'm going to be select. Click on OK. Once I have click on OK, I'll get an some chart. Okay, once you have inserted the chart, you get the extra two tab. There is a design and format tab. So what are the extra tabs you'll get? If you insert an chart, you'll get a design and format tab. Okay, you can be explain this. Let me go over here. Select this value, go by the design tab. Okay, once you have inserted a once you have insert chart, you'll get need to go by the design tab. Under the design tab, you have a chart element. Whatever I have taught you previously, will be having some of the and elements. So that here we are going to be showing. There is an axis, there is an x-axis, y-axis. If you want to predict, you can be close it just by the clicking of your primary axis. If you don't want, you can be remove it, or secondary axis. If you don't want, you can get it, or whatever you get in the elements, the same thing. This plus is nothing but an element. If you click at the outside, the design and the elements will be removed. So if you click on inside of the chart, you can find the design, and under that, let me go by year only. Here also same the same options I'll get, and also same option I'll get by this plus element also. Okay, so I'll click on element. If I don't want that axis, I can remove it, or I want an only the x-axis, y-axis I want to be mentioned. I don't want any column value. You can be aligned over here. For example, I can write cursor over here. I can type it what I want. It's an what I want to write. It's an quarterly, or I can write it's a division value. Okay, let me write it's a division. We click on enter, automatically it will be assigned. Or same thing, you could not write by the and vertical format. You can go by here, you can write the data. It's an and value here, or you can write it's an amount. Click on enter, you can place, you can select the value, you can place the cursor at the bottom top. There is an amount in the formula where you can cursor it. Click on enter, automatically it will fill your data. Okay, as your uh, x and y axis. That axis you have given. If you don't want, you can remove it. If you want, you can assign it as it is axis. And you can find the chart title. You can give a chart title, that is a division amount. You can write over there. Okay, that is a chart title. You can be edited. And data label we have. If you want to show the data with the label, you can be raise it. So every one block, what you can show by that, it will be highlighted with its value. Okay, that is then where you'll get in a chart under the data label. Okay, next you will be having a data table. Okay, down towards you'll get a data table. It's not having a specified space. So I just going to be drag this value. Now you can find it. What you got the table, you can be assigned in between inside of the chart sheet only. Okay, chart area only. Okay, let me sing this. Let me rise this. Let me unblock that data label, data table also. Now we have a grid lines. What you can see that back side, that grid line can be removed, or if you want to assign a grid line with the primary, or if you want to assign grid line with a and primary horizontal vertical, it can be an assigner, or you can click back of it. Okay, next we have a legend. Okay, legend is nothing but what it's going to be show by the individual block. That block color will be defined, the which color is going to be predicted by the which brand. That is in productivity is in blue, red is a new app, it's a game is nothing but it's in some gray. Okay, you can find your own color of it. Okay, that's an elements. Then we have an style. What you can see over here, there's something style. The same thing you'll get by here also. I want to change the style of individual charts. You can be change it. Okay, individual chart style you can be changed. Okay, present chart style. Next we have, you can present a chart color. You can see over here that chart color is going to be changed. Okay, you can change according to your color, or you can select individual block. You can go by the format. Here you can fill the color. I want it should be a dark blue. Okay, you can be assign it. So just you can color an individual block, or you can select all the blocks and you can be raised it. Okay, or you can do one thing. I'll just go by the next thing. I'll go by the filter. In the filter, I don't want to show quarterly one answers. I can select it, click on apply. Quarterly one data will be removed. You can filter your chart data, or I don't want to display the games data. Okay, just unlock it, click on apply, automatically it will be removed. Okay, this is a chart elements you have. Okay, so I'll just show you one more time. If you want to get back of data, you can go by the filter button. You can click on select all. Okay, click on select all with a category, click on apply, automatically category and the value will be a series will be assigned. Okay, next I'll go by the style. You can change the style, and different form of styles we have. There is an light color, dark color you have, you can be filtered. Okay, next we have a design. In the design tab, I'm going to show this element. This element is nothing but an axis, x-axis, y-axis, title label. You can be aligned it. Okay. So next we have completed and chart element. We didn't see with the quick axis, quick layout. We'll see this. Whatever we have aligned with the element. Here we have a pre-prepared form of chart layouts. We have. You can be selected. Okay. So I'll select the chart. So if I click on a and quick layout, see it's going to be having its own preview. Okay, different kind of layouts you have, you can be selected. You can change a color, whichever other color you want, you can be change. Next, you have a different style. Whatever the styles you want, you can be aligned. Now, in my table, let me go with a normal only. In my table, my series, what it's going to be filled, it's going to be filled by the quarterly as an by the an x-axis, but x-axis I don't want to present by the quarterly. That legend should be always it's in quarterly form. Product should be as in my x-axis. So how I can switch? If you click on switch a column, automatically it will be switched. Nisa, now see quarterly one is an value of orange, red. Quarterly two is an value of two. There is a series you can be filled. There is an x-axis you can be changed by the one click. As then you can click on a switch row and column. Automatically it will be changed. Next you have a select data. For example, one more column data will be assigned. For example, Tata I'll assign some brand. You can imagine. I'll add some value. See whatever I'm going to be add, it will be assigned in your chart. I'll have a 1600. Quarterly 3 it's 6000, 600. Quarterly 4 is in 2000. This is my condition. Automatically it will be added. In case of if it's not adding your data, okay, you can go by the and design. Under you can go by the select data. Under the select range you can be extended. Okay, you can be extended your value. So this is your method, you can be added. Okay, so or in case of if you don't want the and report of quarterly, you can be remove it. So quarterly data, or you can use by the filter, or you can go by the select data. You can be activate over here. Okay, this is select data. Next we have a move chart. Next what we have move chart. What we have this chart, we can move this in other sheet. For example, I'll move this chart into the line chart sheet. So how I can move? Select the chart, go with the design tab, click on move chart. Okay, click on where you want. I want this chart in an object. If you want a new chart, already chart sheet 1 is there. If you want a new chart sheet, you can click over here. Or in case of in an existing workbook only in a one sheet, if I want to select in worksheet, in which worksheet you need to be assigned. In line chart sheet, I want to be assigned this. You can see automatically it will shift into the line chart sheet. Okay, is that clear? Then cluster and the line chart. Okay, that I'll go by here. I just want to remove this to again to the cluster chart sheet only. I'll go by the design tab. I click on the move chart. In where? In objective in. I want to move into the cluster column chart sheet only. Click on OK. It will be aligned. Is that clear? How I can move this sheet? Okay. Next, at the back side, what we have the table. Okay. I need to explain other chart also. We have a different kind of chart. But first we complete this elements. Okay. After that I'll show how many data can be assigned for the individual chart. So I could not assign that more than 2 column chart. I cannot be assigned for the pie chart or other chart. Okay. So we have some condition for individual chart, and waterfall chart we should must have some negative marks. So how I can be assigned, those are the things I'll explain. Before that I'll just complete this and other options which will be applicable for chart. Okay, so we have completed and chart. In case of if you don't want this column chart, you can go by the change a chart, and that other chart means I want a bar chart, you can select, or I want a aerial chart, you can be select the aerial chart and you can align it. Okay, I just select that bar chart only, click on OK. You get a bar chart. You can change your chart on the same date by the and clicking on design tab. Next you have a format. So I just showed you. So wherever I'll cursor, if I cursor on a quarterly, if I cursor in a product, it will show it's a vertical axis. If I click on an horizontal axis, it will explain the horizontal. Here where in a current section, it's going to be show which data you are in. If I select it and series 2 you want, series 2 will be highlighted. Instead of going selecting a mouse, you can go by here, you can be selected. From format the section in case of if you want to rewind it, means series overlap. If I want to extend it to the 35%, you can be extended. The width, what you can see that it's an increasing. So if I want to increase this into the 50%, you can increase into the 50%. Okay, you can see at the outer side, just extend here. I want to increase the width of it into the 70%. You can be increase it. Can you see there? It's going to be enlarging. Okay. I don't want, I should be assigned to the 0%. It will be splitted again. Okay, you can be align your table using a format and reset whatever you have changed. If you want to get back of it, you can click on a reset. And individual block, if you want to change a color, you can go by the fill, you can assign the fill. Or if you don't want, I want to fill at the outside, select the block, go by the fill. You have a different kind of fills. You can give a picture also, you can fill the picture. Even though in a title, inside of it also you can be assigned a picture. For example, I want to fill the color, I can fill the color. Or I want to fill the gradients, you can fill the gradients. As you can see, just select the fill. Just say I'm going to be filled with a gray blue, you can fill. Or I want to fill by the blue color, you can fill. Or I want to fill by the picture. Let me say select from the offline. I'll select some images, click on insert. You can fill by an image also. So text is not highlighting. Select the text, fill it with a different color. Fill the text here, it's in text color. You can see the chart title, or you can change by and dark blue, other color you can be changed. Or white, I'll change it. I can change by the white. Okay. You can give individual color pictures for that, or if you want to give a backside also, you can be provided. You can go by the shape way, you can go by the grid lines. Under the grid lines you can align the whatever grid lines. Under that we have a different method. When we are showing and shape, I'll just explain it. Textures we have, if you want to texture format, you can assign this in a texture format. Wherein shape, if you want to specify in a 3D, or if you want to assign it the other format, you can be align it. Okay, this is your design with the formatting. Okay, this is your Excel chart. I just explained with the one. I just go by the next. It is a line chart. Okay, if you want to show the data with the line chart, you can be show over here. So see, I'll just select and data. I'll go with the insert tab. Under the insert tab, I'll click on and line chart. Sorry, I'll go by the line chart, under any one of the line, or you can select the 3D. I'll just move my sheet this side. Just move my sheet into the right towards. Now you can see I'll go by the line chart. I'll apply the 3D. You can see that 3D chart will be aligned. Sorry, I didn't select the data. I select the data. I'll cursor on the insert tab. Under the insert tab, charts. You can select the line chart. Under that, if you want and 3D format, or you want a normal with a dotted, marked, or any other, you can select it. Okay, I'll just select. I click on OK. So what you got the dotted or line chart, you can change the thickness of it. Okay, you can select. You can go by the format. Under the format, the line format which you have aligner, you can be changed. Okay, so that you can go by the an outline color. I want to be change the format of it. I want to raise the thickness even more. You can be change or change it. Okay, so this is a line chart. So you can be easily understood the individual brand. For the line chart I have selected and days and versions and IBM some company name IBM MCA or VR company I have selected. There's some expenditure, some data I have selected. For that I'm going to be present some charts. Okay, so this is your line chart. Next we have a radar chart. It will read it like this. I'll just show you. For the line chart I have selected a student name with their knowledge, with their efficiency. That's a knowledge, delivery and efficiency, helpful and punctuality. I want to showcase this through using of my radar chart, where you'll get in all chart, through all chart you'll find by the radar chart. Select the radar, find your value, click on OK. Once you have clicked on OK, you can find it. If I change that, Graham have a value of, you have a knowledge of 5%. Okay, so you can see automatically it will rise the value, or you have a 7% of knowledge, automatically the value will be changed. Okay, this is your radar chart. Now you can be analyzer that you can turn into the 360 degree or 460 degree, where you can select the chart. You can go by the format. I'll just select the chart. I'll go by the format. I click on from sections. You can rotate it. It's an 0 degree task. I just rotate it into the 50 degree. Okay, you can be rotate your. Okay, I'll just increase the width of it. If you want to increase the width of it, you can be width of the, you can increase the width of line, or if you want to be change the line style, you can be change the line style. And if you want a flat or round format, or if you want a square format, you can be selected. Okay, see, if you want, you can be apply it. Round format you want, or square format you want, or it's a flat format, round format you want, you can be selected. Just me select, let me select all chart. Type of it's a round, automatically it will be converted to round. 1 second, it's not affecting. Round format, it's going to be not effective. I'll show you by the other method. Okay, you can show your data by using of this radar chart. Radar chart going to be show, you can explain using of web wise. Okay, so some like it will be predict like a web, that web data you can be presented. Okay, next we have a x-axis and a y-axis. Okay, so if you want to show both the x-axis and y-axis, if you have a value, you can use by this x and y axis data. Let me select the data, go by the insert, click on here, only we have x and y axis data. Under that you have a dotted form, bubble type, dotted with the marks you have. Okay, you can be select the data according to your pointed. Okay, this here it's only showing x axis. If you want to y axis, you want to go by the adder chart. Okay, there is an selector. It's only assigned with the x axis. I need to be assigned the adder chart. It's an x axis also I want to be added. It's already there. Okay, okay, you can click on OK. Y axis data will be also aligned. Okay, now next we have a stock chart. Okay, so I'll just explain a stock chart in our next class. Okay, stock and combo and par with by, sorry, bar pie with bar chart, and we have other like a people chart also we have. I'll just explain this in the next class, okay, with the watermark chart. This other concept I'll just explain in the next class, okay. Till now, till this, is that anyone have a doubt? You can chat in a chat box or you can unmute it. So you can unmute and you can say, if you have a doubt, you can unmute, you can ask the question. I just wait for the few seconds. I'm requesting wait for the 2 seconds. I'll just take a attendance. Okay. Is that all understood with the today concept? Is that anyone have a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Is that I'm requesting you to all to practice. Without practice, you won't get a knowledge. Okay. So with only the for the video, you cannot be get an any day, knowledge. So I'm kindly requesting you to all to practice. Okay. I'm going to be wind the session. We'll meet you on Saturday. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you.